welcome to Kaz Fitness. So I thought I'd do a yoga session this morning, but I'm going to put this yoga session out there to all my horse riding fans. So let's start. Let's sit nice and calm on our mats. So make sure that you are comfortable on your mat. Lengthen through to the top of the head. You're going to join in this morning, are you, Bertie? And just take some even breaths in and out. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Good boy. Lie down. Show them all how to relax. So nice and relaxed on your mats. So as you breathe, think about letting your seat bones relax into the mat. So you are grounding and connecting with your mat. Allow your shoulders to relax back and down and your hands to come to your knees, palms facing the ceiling. So take a moment to focus on you, focusing on each breath, and allow a calmness to start to flow through the body. So turn your attention to each breath and breathe in for a count of 8. And out for a count of 8. Allow the tummy to gently rise and fall through each breath that you take. As you totally ground and connect with your mat. So now give yourself an intention for the class. So you might want this hour just to relax and unwind, or you might want to improve on a pose. So slowly turn your head to one side and back to centre. And to the other side. And back to centre. So opening your eyes if they're closed. Take your chin to your chest. And gently looking up. Back to centre. Look over the shoulder to one side. Bless you. And back to centre. Over the shoulder. And back to centre. So just shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and release. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears and release. So release any tension through the neck, through the shoulders. And let's do a couple more here. Morning if you're just joining me. And roll the shoulders round. So we're really letting any tension disappear from the shoulders, from the neck. Good, and the other way round. Bertie's definitely let all his tension disappear. Eyes are closed, flat out on my Pilates mat. And one more. Good, so let's reach open out through the rib cage. Open out through the rib cage. Nice. So just let this movement flow side to side. Open out all the way through. And one more to each side. And then come back to centre. So coming back to centre, let's rotate through the waist. So either one hand on top of the other here. Or inhale, exhale, rotate, lengthen through to the top of the head. And back to center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Good. So really think about opening out through each vertebrae, rotating through the waist, keeping your hips facing forwards and your bottoms grounded on the mat. So one more to each side. And remember, if you ever do this by yourselves, you can do as many as you want to here. So you can really loosen off through the vertebrae, through the back. So come back to center and let's open out, stretch through the shoulder blades, through the chest. So let's just hug forwards and open out. So hug forwards and open out. So any tension, tightness is disappearing. Nice easy breathing in and out through the nose. And let's do one more. Good. So release the arms down. Take hold of one leg. Hold your leg however you feel most comfortable and just rock your hip out and in. So you want to open out through the hip, and again you're loosening off through that hip, through the pelvis. Nice. And the other side. So open out through that hip. And if you feel tighter through one side than the other, then feel free to do more rocks on one side. Try to stay long through the back and let those shoulders relax back and down. Nice work. And relax down. So bring your feet together. Let your knees relax out to the sides and flutter your knees up and down. So again, we're working on the inner thighs, on the pelvis, on the hips. We're lengthening through the back. The shoulders are relaxed back and down. Good. And release. So let's lengthen through the legs. So lengthen through your legs. If you need to, soften through the knees. Just reach down to the toes. Open out through the chest. Relax the shoulders back and down. Lengthen through the back. Hello. Oh, have you woken up? And release. So let's just take both legs out. And reach down towards the toes to open out through the inner thighs, through the legs. Nice. Good. Can we take the hands over to one side? Lengthen. And the other side, lengthen. Keeping that bottom on the floor, keeping the shoulders down. Good. And release. So come over to your hands and your knees and let's go to a cat to cow stretch. So your hands are fingers spread underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Tuck your chin, pull your tummy in, push through the arms to open out through the shoulders. And then let the tummy sink to release into the lower back. So pull up into your cat. And sink down into your cow. So pulling up into your cat. Sinking down into your cow. So keep going here in your own little time. Just opening out, flexing and extending through the spine. Think about how it feels through the pelvis. Want you to really tilt up and really let that tummy sink. So you're really concentrating on moving this pelvis freely. So let's wag the tail. Take your hips to one side. Look over the shoulder of the other side and back to center. Push your hips to one side. Look over the shoulder and back to center. So push the hips, look over the shoulder. So again, we're working through the pelvis, releasing any tension through the neck, through the back. And one more to each side. And let's finish with circling. So just circle your cat-cow round. Just let it go and circle. So we're working through the whole of the back, through the pelvis. Nice. And let's go the other way round. So circle all the way round. Circle all the way round. Do you think I'm crazy? And release here. So staying on all fours, I'm going to turn this way so you can see my leg. So staying on all fours, your hands are still underneath your hips. Your knees are under, your hands are not under your hips at all. Your hands are under your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. Draw the tummy in. You're nice and long through the back. Lengthen one leg, but keep the hip level. So don't lift so you're tilted here. Lengthen through to the end of the foot. Circle your leg round. So circle your leg round. Staying nice and long through the back. Lengthening all the way down to the foot. So you're lengthening all the way down to that foot. Good. Circle the opposite way round. So circle the opposite way round. So you're lengthening, keeping the hip nice and level, keeping the shoulders under. Oh, I'll tell you, I've not got the words there. Should I just be quiet? Keeping your wrists under your shoulders. It's obviously this lockdown getting to me. So hold your leg out. Now I want you to still circle, but I want you to circle through the knee. So just let that knee open out, circle through the hip. So you can tilt that hip slightly, open out. Feel a length and a stretch. So we're really trying to open out through that hip. Open out through the hip. Nice, let's do one more. Woo-hoo. And relax. Bring that leg down. So let's go to the other side. So again, lengthen. Keep that hip nice and level, so don't tilt. Draw the tummy in. Circle the leg round. So circle the leg round. Tuck your chin. So you're looking down and slightly forward. And let's circle the other way round. Oh, that's what Bertie thinks of my workout. And hold. So again, let's open out through the knee. So just circle that leg round, whichever way you feel you can circle that knee round to open out through that hip, through the pelvis. Woohoo! Nice. Two more. One more. And relax down. So just relax back to your child pose stretch. Try to get your feet together. Try to open out through your knees. So again, we're looking at opening out through the pelvis, through the hips to help get that seat position in your saddle. So the forehead is down, the chest is down. Good, just release there and take some even breaths in and out. You could take the arms round to one side if you want to lengthen through the shoulder, through the side. And come back to centre. And round to the other side. Good, back to centre. So just hold here, really relax back and down. Take some breaths in and out through the nose. Good. So if you've got socks or jumpers on that you want to take off, you can. Bring yourself to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Walk through your feet. Release off through the shoulders, release off through the neck. And then bring yourself all the way up to your extended Tadasana, your extended mountain. Gaze looking forwards and allow your hands to relax to your sides. So feet together or slightly apart, heels down, toes are nice and light. Allow the shoulders to relax back and down. Tuck your tailbone slightly, draw that tummy in. Pull up through the legs, but don't lock out through your knees. Take some even breaths in and out through the nose. So we're going to go into our sun cell. So we're going to inhale up to our mountain. You're going to exhale down to forward fold. Now I want you to take one leg back to a lunge. I want you to lunge. And then take the other foot back to your down dog. So your feet are hip width apart. You're pushing back through the chest. Fingers are open. Now inhale to plank. Then chaturanga down. But if you can't chaturanga, bend your knees. Otherwise, chest down. Open out. Hips into the mat. Open out through the chest. The shoulders draw back and down. And then tuck your toes back to your down dog. Push your bottom back up to the ceiling. So if you can, I want you to lunge forwards. If you can't lunge, walk. So we're starting to open out for the hip flexor. Work through the quad. Bring yourself to forward fold. And inhale all the way back up. So let's do it again. Forward fold. Take the other leg back, this time into your lunge. And then back to down dog. Into your plank. Chaturanga to cobra or pull up to up dog. Tuck to down dog. Bring that leg forwards to a lunge. Come to your forward fold. All the way up. Let's just do 2 more. So we're going to do 2 more rounds. All the way down. Lunge back. Down dog. To plank, chaturanga to cobra, or pull through to up dog. Tuck to down dog. Lunge through, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. We've got 1 more to go. So remember, if you were doing this for yourself, you could do more rounds than this. So lunge, down dog. To plank, chaturanga, to cobra or up dog, to your down dog, to your lunge, to your forward fold, all the way up. So just relax your Tadasana. Well done. Release through those shoulders. So you can do more rounds than that if you want to. We've just done a few rounds this morning just to warm up. So inhale into your extended mountain, your Tadasana, and exhale, open out through the chest, into a back bend. Inhale, extend your Tadasana. Now exhale to a half crescent. So you push your hips across to one side of the room, fingertips to the other, but try to keep that tailbone tucked. Open out through the rib cage, keep it nice and long. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, back bend, open out. So back extension. Inhale. Exhale, half crescent to the other side. Open out for that rib cage. Push the hips. Good. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bring yourself down. Hands to the floor, chest to your thighs. Nose towards your knees. Drishti looking backwards. And then lengthen to your flat back extend. So if you're tight through the hamstrings, bring your hands to your shins if you can't keep them on the floor. You're pushing the bottom back. You're relaxing the shoulders, tilting the chin to lengthen through the legs, through the bottom, into the back. So forward fold. Good. Hold your forward fold here and just let the arms release round side to side. And come back to centre. Open out through one arm to open out through your chest. Keeping the knees bent, keeping the heels down and the toes light. Good, come back down. Open out to the other side. Good, come back down. So inhale all the way up. Extend your Tadasana again. And allow your hands to release to your sides. So let's go to our balance pose. So we're going to do tree pose to again think about opening out through the hips, through the pelvis. So I'll give you choices. So start with your right leg lifting. So you're either just going to tap your toe to the floor, turn your knee out to try and open out through the hips. As you turn out, don't let yourself go back. Keep those hips level. You could lift your foot to your calf or bring your heel all the way up to that inner thigh. Push your foot into your leg. Open that knee out. Hips are still level. If you want to hold on to something, find something to hold on to. Lengthen through that back. Draw the abs in. Now hands can either just stay here at heart centre, or you could lengthen your tree pose all the way up. Or you could come out, open out into those beautiful spring branches. Your choice. So let's hold for a count of 4 breaths. So inhale and exhale through your nose. Nice work. Do one more. Now see if you can hold your balance for a bit longer. Bring your hands to your leg. Let your ankle come over your knee and sit back and down in a chair pose. So hands to heart centre. Open out through the elbows. Lengthen through that back for 4 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful work. 2 more. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, back bend, open out, release off through the back. Ooh, inhale up. Exhale, ragdoll or forward fold. So you can bring the hands to the floor or you can just hold the elbows. Let yourself release off. You can walk through the feet. Relax. Ooh. Nice work. So bring yourself all the way back up. Let's do one more back bend, just release off. Open out. And let your hands come to your sides. So you know you've got 2 legs, right? So we're doing the other side now. So left leg is on the floor. Bring your right foot to either tap or lift the calf, or bring that heel all the way up into your thigh. Check your hips are level, the tailbone is tucked. Try to push that knee out. Bring your hands either to heart centre or lengthen or open out those beautiful spring branches. And let's hold again for 4. Inhale. Exhale. So strengthening through the ankle, through the leg, opening out through the hip, opening out through the chest. Release, let's go into that chair. So hinge forward, keep the back nice and long. Either arms up or keep the hands at heart centre. Again, open out through that outer thigh, through the hip. Good work. Nice. Inhale up. Exhale, back bend. Release off through that back. Inhale. Exhale to forward fold or ragdoll. Your choice. Walk through the feet. Release off and come into your flat back extend. So just lengthen through those legs. Nice. Forward fold again. Flat back extend once more. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Nice. One more back bend. Open out through that chest. Lift the heart space to the sky. Inhale. Now exhale. Turn yourself to one side into a warrior two. So you're going to have your front foot facing the front wall. Your knee is over your foot. The heel is down. Your hips are now square to the side of the room. And your back foot is out as far as you are able to go. So if it's too much taking the back foot out, bring it in closer. But what I want you to think about is this knee staying in line with your foot. So don't let your knee turn in or out. Nice and strong through that quad, through the abs, tuck, lengthen through the back. So open out through the arms. Let the shoulders relax back and down. Sink that knee slightly more if you want to, and look to the front of the room. So that's over this pointed toe. Think about the length that you're getting through the inner thigh here. Think about working through the quad, through the bottom, through the back. Think about opening out through the chest and strengthening in through the shoulders. Nice. So now inhale, lengthen your front leg. Exhale, bring your hand down the inner thigh. Now if you've got bad knees, you can keep this knee soft. If you can't extend that hip, then come to where you feel most comfortable. So you are here, pushing that hip up, lengthening this arm down. The other arm is like a diagonal. So don't bring it up to your ear. Nice diagonal line here. You could reach to the knee if it's better for you. The further you reach down, do not let this shoulder come forward. So I don't want to see this. Nice and open. So we're looking at that length through the inner thighs, through the hamstring, through the chest, through the back and the side. Good work. So hold your triangle, your Trikonasana. And again, bend that front knee. Inhale, exhale, back to your warrior two. Beautiful. So remember that line, knee over the foot. Good. So bring both feet to face what would be the side of the room. Take your hands to your hips. Now hinge forwards. Again, if you've got bad knees, soften the knees or bring the legs in closer. Keep your hands on your hips if you want to, but if you can, bring your hands down to the floor. Bring the crown of the head down towards the floor to lengthen through the hamstrings, through the bottom into the back. Spread your fingers wide on the mat and breathe. So if you can, you're going to walk your hands to one foot. Now obviously if you can't get both hands there, take one hand, bring the other hand over here. It's your workout. If you can't get both hands there, walk as far as you are able to walk. Think about that pull that you get through the leg or through the side or through the back. So walk back to centre, take it to the other side. So walk to the other side. Nice, come back to centre. So now inhale, bring the hands to the hips. Exhale all the way up. Nice work. So should we take our warrior two to the other side? So bend your other knee. So I'm going to turn so you can see me. So you're taking your other foot out. If you want to turn, you can, or you can stay facing the other way. So knee over the toe. Hips are nice square to the side of the room. That back foot is out, foot forwards or slightly turned in. Tuck through that tailbone, open out through the arms, looking forwards. Breathe, think about that knee alignment. Think about where you feel any tightness, any pulling. So inhale, lengthen that front leg. Exhale, bring the hand down just as far as you can. So again, Think about keeping that chest open. Think about the arms. Nice so don't bring it back, don't bring it forwards. Nice diagonal line with your arms from fingertips to fingertips. If it hurts your knee, soften through the knee. Always work at your own level. Nice, so inhale, exhale back to your warrior two. Keep that tailbone tucked, so if you're here, tuck that tailbone in, lengthen through the back. Think about that knee alignment. And again, bring your hands to centre. So we're going to do that wide leg forward fold again. So bring yourself forwards, hinge, hands to the floor. So this is a nice stress reliever pose, as well as a nice lengthening through the back release pose. So just take a moment here, breathe, relax into this pose. Bring the hands to one foot, but only if you want to and if you can. If you can't, bring the hands just to the floor. Nice, back to centre. Walk to the other side. So come back to centre and just hold. So just hold here, let the crown of the head go down, look between your knees. Let the blood start to flow to the brain. Nice work. Bring yourself back up. Inhale, exhale. So just turn yourself to the front. So you've got one foot facing forward. So I want your back knee to now come down to the floor. So you've got your front knee over your foot. Your back knee is on the floor under your hip. I want you to push that hip slightly forwards, tuck, so you're getting a length through the hip flexor. Now you can lift the arms up if you want to, relax through the shoulders. You can look up to the ceiling, pushing that hip forwards. If that's too much, keep the hands on the hips. Nice. And release. Bring yourself to forward fold. So walk off through the feet. Flat back extend. Good. Forward fold. And let's take the other leg back. So front knee over that foot. Back knee under the hip. Push that hip forwards. Lengthen through the back. If you want to, lift the arms, look up to the ceiling to increase that hip flexor stretch. If you don't want to, keep the hands on the hips. Keep breathing, working at your own level all the time. Nice, let's do a couple more breaths. And then bring yourself to your forward fold. So forward fold, just walk through the feet, paddle through your feet. Come to flat back extend. Nice. And again, forward fold. Bring the crown of the head down. And let's walk back to down dog. So if you struggle in down dog, if it makes you feel dizzy, it hurts through the shoulders, you don't want to do it, you can come to hands and knees. You could cat stretch instead. Okay, so don't feel you have to stay in down dog, but if you can, push the hips up. If you struggle to hinge through the hips, bend your knees, it'll make the bottom come up more. Push your chest back, open out through the fingers, and start to paddle through. So paddle through your feet. Push one heel down. Good, take the chin back. Lift your right leg to what would be a three-legged dog. So I want you to lift your right leg off the floor. Now from here, turn your knee out and let your foot drop over the other leg. So you're opening out through your hip, through your pelvis. So just let that foot drop over the other leg. Good. And relax back down. Paddle through the feet. Paddle through the feet. Lift the left leg. And again, turn that knee out. So let that foot flop over the other leg. And relax back down, paddle. So inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga down and push up to your cobra or your up dog. Nice. Bring yourself back up to your down dog. And from your down dog, bring your right foot to the outside of your hand. So your right foot is outside of your right hand. If you need to, drop your back knee. Or you can keep that knee off the floor to open out for the hip flexor. This knee needs to be in line with your foot. Remember your alignments all the time. Take the hands down. If you can, open out. Look over that knee. So you're opening out through the chest. Strengthening through the shoulders. Good. Come back down. Wrap that right hand round that right knee. And come back. Come back to plank. Chaturanga down. Cobra or up dog. Well done. Doing well. Nearly there. Come back to your down dog. And bring your left foot to the outside of your left finger. So drop the back knee if you need to. Try to keep the hands flat on the floor. If you find your wrists hurt, you could put a block or a cushion underneath your hands. Lifting that back leg if you want to increase that hip flexor stretch. Open out, but only if you want to open out through the chest, strengthen into the back. Good, come back down. Wrap that hand around if you can and hold. Keep that knee alignment, keep that back leg nice and long or hip, knee down. Nice work, come back. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga to cobra or pull through to up dog. Oh, ready for a rest? Child pose stretch, go. Nice work, release, have a rest. You could take the arms round to one side if you want to. Open out through the shoulder, through the rib cage. Back to centre. Round to the other side. Good. So let's just do a back extension. I want you to come down onto your fronts. If you've got bad backs, you cannot do a back extension, it hurts. Keep your hands on the floor. Just come up into your cobra here. Chin tucked, look down and slightly forwards. Otherwise, bring your hands to your sides, tuck your chin, bring the legs together, lift the head, neck, shoulders, arms and legs off the floor and come into your locust. So draw the shoulders back and down and breathe. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So we're strengthening the back muscles. Try to make these muscles lift you rather than the bottom and lifting from the chest. 2 more breaths. Nice, come down into your cat stretch. Hi Lara, say cat stretch, tuck and sink. Tuck and sink. And again, relax back into that child pose stretch. Open out through the hips. So bring yourself to sitting. We're going to try boat pose to strengthen through the abs, to strengthen through the legs. So in your boat pose, if you struggle or you've got bad backs, you can keep the feet on the floor. You could just lean back slightly, look forwards, relax the shoulders. You could lift to the toes are on the floor. Otherwise, lift the knees off the floor. Now, as you lift the knees off the floor, don't go backwards. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the shoulders back and down. Reach the hands forwards towards your ankles and breathe. So you're balancing on the bottom, on the lower back, on your coccyx here. You're lifting way up. You can lengthen those legs if you want to. So you can lengthen if you want to. And hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. So release the feet down to the floor and come into your bound angle pose. So feet together, open out through the knees, open out through that pelvis, lengthen through the back. Nice work, everybody. So let's just finish with a bridge. So take your feet to the floor, bring your feet back towards the bottom, knees facing the ceiling, lie on your back. So feet on the floor, lift up into a bridge. I want you to imagine you've got a coin between the upper thigh and the bottom. Lift, squeeze your bottom and hold your bridge. So if you need to, take your thumbs under your hips, take your elbows to the floor to keep your bottom off the floor. If you find it easy to keep your bridge up, the hips are level, the back doesn't hurt, take your hands underneath your back, interlink your fingers and draw the shoulder blades back and down. Now hold and breathe for a count of 4. So inhale, exhale. Nice, release. Hug your knees in, relax. You could let the knees go out and in here. You can open out through that pelvis. You could just hug the knees in. You could open out through the arms and let your knees go side to side. Do whatever you feel you can do here just to relax and release off through the back. Good work. Now take hold of your heels. Bring your knees back to the outer part of your rib cage and come into your happy baby pose. So you're holding your heels, you're bringing the knees back to your rib cage and you're opening out into a happy baby pose. To open out through the hips, through the pelvis. Let the back, let the shoulders release down into that mat. Again, you could hold this pose for as long as you want to. And just let your feet go down to the floor. Open out through your knees. Take your hands over your elbows and let them go over the top of your head. So you're led with your feet together. Arms over the top of the head. Nice and relaxed. Opening out through the chest. Good. Release. Slowly bring yourselves to sit in and take the legs out. Let's just reach down towards the toes. Open out through the hamstrings. Release the shoulders back and down. Breathe. Start to allow your breaths to become still and calm. Nice work. Bring the feet together. Let the knees relax down towards the mat. Lengthen through to the top of the head. Take one leg out. Let the other foot come into the thigh. Take your hand, palm facing the ceiling. Lengthen. Reach all the way down and hold. So open out for that rib cage. Lengthen through the leg. Soften through the knee if you need to. And release. Other side, lengthen. Foot in, down, reach over the top. and release. So just sit how you feel most comfortable. Allow the shoulders to release back and down. Relax through the neck, ear to the shoulder, ear to the shoulder, chin to chest, looking up to the side, and back to centre. Just let the hands release to the knees, palms facing the ceiling. And just take a moment to focus on your breath. Let the bottom sink into the mat. Bring your hands to your heart centre. Let the shoulders release back and down. Well done for completing today's class. Stay safe, stay well. Namaste. Well done. See you all again later. Bye.